They cannot interact. That is the rule being placed on both Dokibird and Nijisanji English's Victoria Brightshield. Dokibird earlier this week posting up her schedule, including a Friday planned stream with Limu, Bao, Shy Lily, Snuffy, Amelie, Juniper, and V-Shoujo's Matara Khan. But the stream of interest here is the Monday stream, that being for Street Fighter 6. This as Dokibird on the top right is a featured player of the Seijam Street Fighter Slam event. This now kicking off a training period and ending at TwitchCon on September 21st for a live grand finals. Many going on to notice VTubers as a part of this slam, including Victoria Brightshield on the bottom right. Vivi, a more seasoned Street Fighter 6 player, reacting with Yippee, and leading to questions if Dokibird might possibly meet with her, face off against her, or if even the two will be on the same team. Dokibird seeing this speculation and going on to address the elephant in the room on stream.
Now for the part where a lot of you guys are here for because of my pinned message. I will address the elephant in the room. I also typed this out because I don't want to accidentally go off script and like get people in trouble. So I will address the elephant in the room. And I've asked the organizers and Seijam if I could talk about it, and they have like no problems with it. So I want to talk about it to make sure there's no like rumors or like speculations going on during the tournament, especially before like the team announcement. So you might have seen like the people who are participating in this current Seijam Slam. Apparently the conditions that they gave the organizers was that there has to be 0 interactions between me and them. That means we won't be on the same team and they will not be in my skill division. Obviously, I'm going to be in the beginner level and also I'm going to get like absolutely destroyed. But they will not be in that skill division, so we will not fight 1v1. And Seijam even asked me if I was okay and comfortable with it a few days ago. And if I was really uncomfortable and stressed out about the whole situation, they won't let them participate. I was honestly like really surprised that he even gave me that option, since this was like the first time anyone has ever like asked this of me. And like he didn't have to do that. And I won't lie, I was really anxious, but I said it is not fair to kick the player out when they were not involved or responsible, especially when I know they're very passionate about fighting games and the FGC community. They really want to be here, and I will not take that away from them. And we all know that I suck at fighting games, and me getting kicked out won't really matter that much in the long run. So like, I was honestly like really surprised that Seijam wanted to make sure I was okay when it was really just easier to ask me to step down instead. I've been outcast before. I've been ostracized in the past. I was even denied entry for tournaments and events in the last 6 months. So like, I know how it feels to be like excluded, and I don't want that for others, especially if the event is something they're passionate about. So I told Seijam that we shouldn't take away their chance to participate and ruin their experience due to the actions of others. Like, I know like going in, there's going to be like a lot of reactions when the announcements came out. So I just had to basically mentally prepare myself in advance type deal, which is fine. Like, I knew in advance and I just had to like mentally prepare myself and like just like, you know, have like make sure like, you know, my mods understand what's going on as well. I'm making sure that no one's gonna get in trouble, and that starting here there will be 0 interactions with them as per the rules, and we're just gonna vibe and have fun. Okay. It is a for fun tournament and I'm here to have fun, and this will be the last time I'm going to talk about it going forward, and it'll be the last time I'm addressing the elephant in the room type deal.
The they in question being Nijisanji English, stating their roles to the event organizer, Seijam. Seijam the next day taking the stream and giving his impression.
A lot of people are mad, and normally I wouldn't say anything, but it does relate probably to some people's enjoyment of the slam, the tournament that we're running, in case you guys don't know. And for me, I don't care if people are mad at me, because I like never get involved in anything. So someone being mad at me is like honestly almost a little hype, because I like never really create drama. I like never have problems, right? I'm like so the opposite of all this. Like, I'm never involved in anything ever. But I do want people to be nice to two people in particular, which is the two attendees to my event. That's what I care about. There was some problems yesterday in relation to this. For those of you who don't know, and I'll give you my rudimentary understanding of it because I'm not an expert, right? I've been running this for a while. I've been running the slam for a while. The first slam I ran was right after there was some initial issues with Nijisanji, right? The VTubing company. I wasn't very familiar with it at the time. I like kind of looked into it a little bit and I was like, am I causing a ruckus here? Is someone going to be upset if these people are in my tournament? And it didn't seem like that was going to be a problem. So I was like, okay, this is cool. Second event, we ran it again. We had Mrs. Bird involved in the event, which a lot of you guys were fans of. It was cool. It was a good time. Everybody was cool. There's no problems. Now, to my understanding, Mrs. Bird and Mrs. Brightshield and the rest of Nijisanji have not been involved in the same event, right? Like, there's been some problems. I don't know the details. I have no idea. Again, I'm in 3 dimensions. There's been some problems or something with Mrs. Bird and like Nijisanji not being in the same tournaments and like events and stuff. And now, to my knowledge, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is one of, if not the first time they've like been in the same event. I don't know if that's the case or not. But like obviously there's some trepidation, right? Because like there's not been a lot of crossover. And like, you know, I don't know what these other events are like, but like I'm just a guy running a fighting game tournament for people to hang out in and play some games, right? And have a good time. Now I do know that there's some problems here in regards to this. So let me explain to you as clear as possible what is happening, right? Okay, this is gonna sound really funny, but like reading everybody's comments about it is really hilarious because I promise everything is like so much more simple than the machinations you're creating on the internet. I'm happy to have Mrs. Brightshield and Mrs. Bird in my event. I have no problem with anybody. The only thing that I'm trying to do is make sure that everybody is cool and there's no issues with anybody involved, right? Like, I just don't want there to be any problems. In the same way as that in like other events, certain people were like, yeah, I don't want to be on a team with this other person. They have like mutual, like, yeah, me and this person, we don't want to be on the same team, but I have no problem being in the same event as them. That kind of stuff's come up before. It's no problem. In this case, obviously, Doki was in the last Tekken Slam, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar. Victoria and Rosemi were in the first Street Fighter Slam, or the first Tekken Slam. They were awesome. Nobody had any problems the whole way along. But because Doki was in the last one, her and I talked about being in this slam, and obviously Mrs. Brightshield's going to be in this one too. We had like an early conversation about, can this even happen? Like, are all of you allowed to be in the same place at the same time? And like the early conversation basically we had, is Doki and is Mrs. Bird and Mrs. Brightshield allowed to, I like calling them that, I don't know why, allowed to be in the same event? If so, what are the rules of what they're allowed to be? And if they can't be, like either for personal reasons or like the company decides or one of them doesn't want to, if they can't be, how do we resolve this? Like, who should be in the event? Should Mrs. Bird drop out? This is a conversation I asked. I was like, do you think you should drop out? Do you think we should have you in this one? And then, what's it called? We'll have a conversation with Victoria and see if she wants to be in this one or not. Like, you know, we just have a conversation. That's all. Like, what makes the most sense for everybody? Does it make sense for Mrs. Brightshield to be in this event? Does it make sense for Mrs. Bird to be in this event? Can you both be in this event? Should we go? And we'll take turns. Like, it's like this event will have a lot of people from Nijisanji, and then the next event will have a bunch of people who they can't operate or work with or for whatever reason, and we'll put them in an event, and we'll just rotate to make everything make sense and be cool. We got some rules about what we were allowed to do and not allowed to do. We accommodated, and then we did the thing, and I made sure that everybody was cool. I just had a conversation with both people. Are you all okay with everything? If we do it this way, is it fine? Is this going to cause any problems? Are people going to be mean to you? Like, is this going to be a big thing? And the consensus from everybody was like, this should be cool. The only thing that I'm worried about is like people on the internet going ham, because this is like the first contact basically. And that was basically it, right? Like, that was as complicated as the conversation was. Like, I promise you, that's it. I don't think anybody wants any problems. Like, I don't want any problems. I'm just cool trying to run an event. And then the other thing is they don't want any problems. And I assume this, I don't know the company personally, but you know, they allowed this event to, or the like people in this event to exist and like do their thing. And I don't think they want any problems. I can't speak on their behalf or anything. I didn't communicate with them, but like, the people I did talk to, nobody wants any problems. They're just cool.
So once again, both Dokibird and Victoria Brightshield both being able to be a part of this event, but due to a rule stipulated by Nijisanji English, will not be able to interact. Doki, after her stream declaring, "I'm a Honda main," while other VTubers would go on to celebrate their inclusion in the event, including Saratina. Here now with "OMG Mom, Look It's Me." Pixel Link's Kana Yanagi here with a "Let's Go, time for the Seijam Slam training arc." And also Roy Chiato remarking, "We back at it again. Super excited to be participating in another Seijam Slam. This time for Street Fighter 6. Grab your drinks. I'll be rocking Jamie in this slam." As next today, we have Fifi getting the attention of Deserto here with, quote, "My lawyers have messaged you." VTuber Fifi calls out Twitch after their 7th ban demanding answers. And yes, you heard that right. This VTuber has been banned 7 times from Twitch.tv. Responding to that news with, "Are you effing kidding me?" Along with this message to Twitch and their CEO, Dan Clancy, saying, "We need to talk about this. This is my 7th ban. Last time you indefinitely banned me, I have messaged you. My talent management messaged you. My lawyers have messaged you, asking why I keep getting banned. Your response was, quote, 'Sorry, we can't tell you. WTF. I requested a Twitch partner manager. You told me, sorry, your channel isn't popular enough to be our priority. What the F do you have against me? I love streaming on Twitch. I do my best to follow terms of service. Many streamers don't. Why are you constantly attacking me?' Fifi being unbanned after just 6 hours, herself breaking those chains here, and adding, I actually got in a call with Twitch support, who were very kind and walked me through the specific moment that was flagged, so this exact situation won't repeat itself, hopefully. Twitch also with some good news here, as the 1950s diner waitress Ms. Lala here is saying surprise, remarking, "I am so excited to announce that I am one of the many brand new Twitch ambassadors. I'm in such good company, it is such an honor." Ms. Lala being joined by Big Nose Bug, also saying, "I'm so excited and so thankful. Twitch has been an amazing outlet for me, and I couldn't have gotten this far without my community, friends, and Mott. I'm so happy. They let this little theme park weirdo in, yippee." And to add to the good news from Twitch today, regarding their knock feature, which through a sequence of events could potentially reveal the face of a VTuber, Twitch support now here with, based on community feedback, drop-ins now start with your camera disabled, even if your camera was previously set up. We apologize to any users, particularly VTubers, who may have had their camera enabled by accident due to previous functionality. But we're not done with Fifi just yet. As the day before her Twitch ban, that being her 7th Twitch ban, Fifi would share this, "I wanted to handle this in private, but I have no choice but to publicly talk about this. 2 weeks ago, my channel was demonetized and I received a strike on my channel from a video from 2 years ago that does not break any rules on YouTube. I sent in an appeal that was rejected by a bot in 5 seconds flat. I then decided I would have my lawyers reach out to Team YouTube privately to avoid any issues. YouTube told my lawyers that they were too busy and would only deal with creators who were monetized, and that unmonetized channels were not allowed a human review, only a bot review. So here I am, publicly asking Team YouTube to please review the content my lawyers provided to you." This is now bringing us over to Area 51's spicy alien, Ari, last month sharing these details, stating my channels were falsely mass reported by a jealous creator / her fans on YouTube in May, but then I got my channels back in July. I see other people suffer with YouTube's removals and reporting, so I wanted to share my chain of events. I hope it helps other VTubers. This VTuber detailing that they had been mass reported by another creator and her fans. YouTube removed the main channel for quote unquote and new. And then all of the other channels were removed for spam / impersonation. This VTuber stating that they had not actually violated any of these policies. Upon sending in an appeal, it was denied. They contacted YouTube any way they could, even through Google features. The safety team saying that since they've already been denied, that's that. This VTuber going on to hire a lawyer, and that lawyer stating this is exceedingly common and they have many clients who get falsely reported and removed by their quote-unquote competitors. Other creators creators on YouTube with no way to actually contact YouTube. This lawyer confirming that all reporting and content monitoring is automated and that the majority of non-violating removals are due to illegitimate reporting. The lawyer going on to contact YouTube and their legal team. And get this, YouTube has automated their legal team recently, maybe within the last 1 to 2 years. We're going to say that again. YouTube has even automated their legal team. This VTubers legal team, after weeks, finally got someone at YouTube. All but one of the channels was then returned, working on the last one because YouTube returned someone else's YouTube as if it was theirs. Aries stating, lastly, they are so unorganized. And that today bringing us over to Tora, at Sabertooth Tora, also known to many as Taiga or Bungo Taiga, remarking every remotely lewd or suggestive YouTube channel will be deplatformed if nothing is done. I don't understand how this isn't being talked about more. They are doing it slowly, one creator at a time, so that no one will notice. You could be next. We can't ignore this. Tora being the subject of a targeted harassment campaign over the summer, having not only their Twitter accounts suspended, but also both of their YouTube channels terminated. The sequence of events being so confusing that this VTuber had actually received a silver play button, had their main YouTube channel returned, only for it to then be removed again 6 hours later. YouTube citing their and content policy for the termination of that main channel, and then allegedly ban evasion for the termination of the second channel. Supporters of Taiga then discovering one account on Twitter claiming they were responsible for mass reporting these channels, that user having now since been removed from Twitter, and a supporter of Taiga going on to open a GoFundMe. This being endorsed by Taiga themselves, and the GoFundMe now raising nearly 10 times the original $1,600 goal. The GoFundMe stating, we are raising funds to cover the legal fees necessary to challenge this unjust decision and to restore Taiga's YouTube channel. Our immediate goal is to raise $1,600 to cover the costs of our current legal work. This entire amount will cover our expected legal fees as well as transfer fees. However, if further legal action is required, we may need to raise additional funds. Please understand there is no guarantee this will be successful, but we cannot pursue YouTube without this funding. And so there is a precedent and possibility that Taiga could eventually see the return of these YouTube channels. But this once again being another case of potentially targeted harassment and further needing to bring in costly legal support to even receive a human review by YouTube. As it was also further documenting the automation of YouTube was Leia Kitties, this Nikamata YouTuber showing this off, asking, insert policy name, please excuse me if I don't trust YouTube's automated systems, but this is an absolutely diabolical AI failure. Receiving back this message of, but please review our policy on brackets, insert policy name to avoid this in the future. This is next we check in with our co-host Cody, now speaking on the absolutely staggering graduation of Minato Aqua from Hololive Japan. Her farewell concert earlier today, achieving nearly 750,000 concurrent viewers. Take it away, Cody.
Today we say goodbye to Minato Aqua. At the start of August, Aqua took to social media to post about a stream to say she'll make an important announcement, that being in regards to her graduation, where she will host a live concert for her last stream. In the run-up to the concert, Aqua participated in a variety of content with all the friends she's made in the last 6 years. These live streams included a Hololive versus Nijisanji versus Vispo custom matchup, where the absolute gamer managed to clutch a round by destroying 4 of her enemies and winning the 3 versus 1 battle. She also made an attempt to master in Street Fighter, which of course she succeeded in hitting. Okami Mio joined Aqua and Pecora to do a tarot reading for the now alumni, and Aqua held a Who Knows the Most About Aqua game show featuring some of her oldest friends, where she allowed everyone to win in the end. Aqua even spent some time to dig a tunnel in Minecraft, where she wrote messages to each and every Holo member for them to read, and Usada Pecora took to Minecraft to give Aqua one last gift. But live streams wasn't the only content she was providing, as in her last weeks, she released a multitude of songs for everyone to listen to. The group Star Tend, consisting of Aqua, Toa, and Suisei, released a cover of Integral, as well as a cover of Clear Skies. Meanwhile, The Onion and The Garlic teamed up for a duet to sing I'm Glad You're a Bad Person Too, as well as one other song cover. We also saw a final song from Aquamarine, who covered Twin Tails Until I'm 20, and a cover of I My Moko with the virtual diva Azki, who she joined for a collab karaoke stream alongside Fuamoko. But it wasn't just Hololive collabs going on, as Kagura Maya, the military maid of the idol group Not Bot, teamed up with the nautical maid to sing Sorashido. Additionally, our favorite little introvert posted her own cover of If I Could Be a Constellation isolation, made popular by the other introvert, Bocchi. Which leads us to today, August 28th, the day of Aqua's graduation stream and live concert. During the first portion, Aqua told everyone she's going to become a legendary idol, and went on to interview Yago, giving longtime fans a familiar scene from Kiryu Koko's graduation. She also gave fans a fun little nod to a well-known moment in her career, where she accidentally revealed her weight as 44.5 kg during a Wii Fit stream. This number went on to become a fan favorite code to reference the idol, and can be found in numerous projects such as HoloCure. The live concert portion started with a vocal number from all of Gen 2, and went on to include other guests such as Usada Pecora, Osho Marine, Shirakami Fubuki, and Startend, as well as a collaboration number where all of the Hololive members participated in order of generation. Aqua completed her set with her original song, I Love You. The last we saw of the gamer maid was an animation of her on stage, letting her hair down, giving her last bow, and giving fans a huge smile. As the stream ended, the chat was filled with rainbows, with Aqua's graduation trending as #1 worldwide on social media. She hit 749,854 concurrent viewers for the stream, beating the record previously held by Kiryu Koko's 491,000 CCV, making it the largest number of viewers in VTuber history, and turning Aqua into a literal legendary idol, with Hololive updating the bio in her profile to say, legendary idol gamer maid belonging to Hololive. The aftermath of her graduation ceremony was filled with love, as many of the members took to social media to share their thoughts. Flair, still feeling the shock from the event, said, she really graduated. Akutan, thank you so much for your hard work and being such good friends with me. Korone posted that Aqua was the best idol, adding thank you for the hard work and see you soon. Hololive staff member Nodoka went on to post a heartfelt poem, calling it a tale of separation, and also went on to say, I really respect Aqua for forging her own path ahead and seeing things through once she decides to do something. Iraha posted a message saying, I have one regret, and that's I wanted to invite you as a guest for my birthday concert, but I never had the courage to ask you. But in the end, I was really happy to be invited to your graduation live stream and have the opportunity to take part in such a wonderful song. Thank you so much. I'll never forget it, and thank you for giving me so many wonderful memories. Gen 5's Amara Polka took to social media to say, I've always thought of her as a cute senpai who I'd never spoken to, but recently we've been hanging out a lot and I've suddenly felt closer to her. In the end, she's become a legendary idol, and that's amazing. Also adding, that's why I love idols. Cute. Fellow Gen 5 member Shishiro Botan captured a screenshot of the idol maid, saying, I hope Akutan is happy on her journey, with Sakamata Chloe sharing the sentiment, saying, I hope the path you have chosen is filled with wonderful memories. There are many words of support from other sources too, such as Red Bull Gaming, who sent their congratulations on the graduation and good luck for the future. Rushia said she always loved and admired her, adding Aqua's Oshi mark, and Ditto posted, I was deeply moved from start to finish. Thank you for giving me so much happiness. Meanwhile, Korone Awayuki, the star of the VTuber legend anime, simply tweeted Aqua's graduation hashtag. Fans took to social media to post their art, as Hosho Marine created this piece, adding, Sencho will always be Akutan's second mother. Aqua is definitely a legendary idol. 12 hours later, Aqua's graduation stream has now hit 4.8 million views, and Aqua, who's now etched in VTuber history, left fans with one final message as she posted, see you soon, proving that onions do indeed make you cry. But that's everything from me. Back over to you, False.
Thank you so much, Cody. This final stream by Minato Aqua rocketing her up to the 7th most super chatted YouTube channel of all time. Now only behind that of Hosho Marine, Kiryu Koko, Usada Pecora, and even 2.5 years later, Uraha Rushia. Further along with Hololive today, we turn to Mori Calliope. Anime Impulse here with Deadbeats. Dad finally came home with the drip. Get ready to see what we're cooking up in collaboration with Mori Calliope. Callie earlier this week with some bad news saying permissions issues strike again. I submitted everything well in advance and they still want me to cancel the Dark Souls 3 stream tomorrow. I don't really know what to say at this point. Sorry, it can't happen. It was all I wanted to do when I came home from the concert we worked so hard on, just play Dark Souls 3 with you guys. But we'll find something to do either way. Sorry for the confusing schedule. This is Callie would also react to this, giving question marks to this headline of Mori Calliope joins Honkai Star Rail. That of course being the very popular ongoing Hoyoverse space fantasy RPG, now revealing this new member named Rappa. Some seeing this design as very close to that of Mori Calliope's alternative outfit. Others going further saying it looks like a cross between Mori Calliope and Heikos Bells, or Mori Calliope and an existing character in Star Rail, that being Silverwolf. We're more partial to this. Yanagi here with I can't be the only one who had this cursed idea the moment I read her name. This also not being the first Star Rail character that reminds many of existing VTubers, as other games on the market have also received attention for characters that remind them of other prominent VTubers. This all while Mori Calliope will be a part of the Hololive English Myth 4th Anniversary live event. That's right, folks, it's almost been 4 years, and there will be a special concert celebration for Holo Myth on September 14th. Holo Indie celebrating one of those Myth members, that being NijiEN with a brand new adventure. The adventure of NijiEN set to release on Steam this September 12th, and that bringing us over to the popular Hololive fan game HoloCure. Recently posting Who Is This Lost Child and Don't Let Bibu See This, teasing the next update with more Holo Fantasy members, such as It's Her, Pecola. 5 days later posting the beautiful half-elf, Flare. A week later posting A Night with Very Large Attacks. And then a week after this with Ahoy, the captain of the Hosho Pirates, beware of her Mura Mura gauge. Hololive Japan's Hosho Marine seeing that and reacting with what happens when the Honi gauge fills up, like clothes flying off. Narissa Ravencroft reacting to that with I can't wait to see. And very quickly, Narissa also teaming up with M.Rage, remarking we're excited to announce an official apparel collaboration with Narissa. Get a first look and pre-order the new collection at Anime Impulse this upcoming weekend. But regarding HoloCure and Holo Fantasy, we still have the missing member of Uraha Rushia, having now since been terminated from the company for nearly 2.5 years now. Developer KU potentially addressing the elephant in the room, but not naming it, saying there has been a difficult question regarding update 0.7 that I've been contemplating about for a long time. I've been dreading it. For a while, I couldn't decide what was the best course of action for the sake of the game and players, but over time, a lot of things happened and things became very complicated. It made the decision even more difficult. In the end, I came to the decision that I know some people will be very disappointed and upset by, and I totally understand. However, please know that I made these decisions based on my own opinions and feelings and nothing else. People are totally welcome to disagree or be disappointed in my decision. I completely get it and I don't blame anyone. I wish things weren't this way either. But like I had to address it a little, I don't plan on talking about this anymore and hope people will enjoy the update. Once again, that developer not naming Uraha Rushia, but many speculating that was in relation to her absence or inclusion in the upcoming update for HoloCure. Round 1 now making clear their collaboration with Hololive starting on October 11th and running until January 13th will include over 50 plus stores in the US and 100 plus stores in Japan. Hololive also launching Holo Emblem merchandise for Holo Myth, Holo Promise, and Holo Advent. These quote-unquote smartphone cases, that's right, read it right here, smartphone cases, available on Amazon. Hololive also celebrating this past weekend at AnimeNYC. This convention kicking off the World Tour concerts. Various Hololive members showing off shots and thanking their fans, including Takanashi Kiara, NijiEN, Heikos Bells, Tsunamaki Watame, Azuki, and also Raura, thanking fans for joining the panel that was hosted for Holo Justice. Hololive also saying mega thanks to everyone who came by and saw us at our booth this year. As presenting this waiting screen at that booth was Hololive Indonesia's Crazy Ali. After saying that this was a blast is an understatement. The fan chants were amazing, you guys were better than me even. AnimeNYC rocks. This as Ali has received a brand new background for her streams, that by way of Keira. It's background featuring a number of Easter eggs, leading many to look right next to my head here on the far right, with 3 members of Hololive Indonesia from Gen 1 at the top, Gen 2 in the middle, Gen 3 on the bottom, and below them, 3 unopened boxes. And of course, also happening in New York this past weekend was the biggest of the events, that being the second Hololive English concert, Breaking Dimensions. Hololive production at 5:54 p.m. tweeting out, notice, preparations are taking a bit longer than expected, so today's show will start 30 minutes later than originally planned. Thank you all for your kind understanding. We hope you guys are excited, and we can't wait to get things rolling. Hololive, 34 minutes later, sending out another notice. The start of the show has been delayed by another 30 minutes while we wrap up preparations at the venue. Very sorry for the extended delay, and we hope to get things started soon. VTuber Bree at Cookie Box, they're in the line and saying the back of the line for the Hololive concert is now looping back on itself, then showing this graphic and saying it's literally this right now. Others would share their impression of the tracking of this line. One user even remarking, we're out here breaking traffic. This as TBS received this exclusive graphic as to how the actual line looked above above. And another user remarking, firemen pulled up outside next to the line. They're asking us about HoloLive. That's right, like the Dodger Stadium event at the beginning of July, HoloLive is suffering from success. As within the King's Theater, here we would have another user saying the crowd is massive and there's still people coming in. So while there was even remote viewings of this event, Fuumoko here beforehand with It's Today Ruffians. Our dreams will come true tonight at Breaking Dimensions in New York City. That being one of Fuumoko's main goals from their debut, which was perform on stage concert in North America with HoloLive English. That first day's concert lasting for an hour and a half and presenting over 17 different songs. Spirit Snare here afterward with There's a Line to Get Into the Subway, the aftermath line for Breaking Dimensions. As who was watching along with that was Crazy Ali of HoloLive Indonesia, really enjoying the show and breathing quite heavily during certain performances. That Ollie form further captured here by Lily is Asleep. Ollie reacting with day one was amazing. It was only day one, but I cried like a baby. Later adding, I think I caught a fever. Never mind, it's not a fever, it's a cold. Rower reacting with day one concert is done. I was absolutely thrilled to see all my senpai light up the stage. It was stunning and they were flawless. The four members of Hollow Justice running their own watch along. King Biscuit here with this effective disguise artwork. And the four members even being given their own light stick assets by Resu Desu. Saying huge thanks to Cecilia for requesting these. The glow and animation were done by her. She's amazing. Also celebrating was Kiara with We Opened the Show with a Myth reunion. We showed off the cool side of EN Birds and I brought Pineapple to life on a real stage this time. P.S. I already cried backstage when I heard the KFP chants before the show started. Caught me off guard. Thank you so much. Fuumoko here with so many dreams of ours came true today. Thank you so much, Ruffians. Ninenma saying you have no idea how hard it was not to spoil anything through all the prep work. Iris adding Carbonated Love was so fun to sing and dance and the whole day made me so happy. Narissa Ravencroft reacting with honestly I got so emotional after I really teared up. Ina adding new favorite pastime is playing Find the Taco in the crowds from backstage. Hee hee. Plus Callie adding day one successfully moited and it's all thanks to you guys and my amazing friends. The next day Fuumoko tweeting out yesterday wasn't all a dream. Angelife having attended and also remarking last night was absolutely beautiful. GG's, my voice is completely gone. Hoshamashi Suisei being a part of both days and tweeting out on her sub account, it's fun to be able to interact with everyone at English. I'm also happy that when we meet in person, we can communicate well because we can compliment each other with body language. And then on this past Sunday, day two would kick off. Orocrony remarking, you know where we are. Attendees remarking, line is far healthier than yesterday, almost in already. That being at 5:08 p.m. Kuri Nekomi adding they learned from last time, line is moving hella fast. Seems they opened extremely early and expanded security check. I'm almost in and I came 10 minutes ago. This second day kicking off with a full Advent reunion. Breaking Dimensions featuring AR technology to intermix the performers on stage with the crowd at the concert. After HoloLive English remarking, we can't thank you guys enough for joining us and we hope to see you again somewhere soon. Raura saying, thank you HoloLive for filling my life with so many incredible moments. It's an honor to be a part of this journey, Breaking Dimensions. Curry back with thank you all and thanks to the staff for this unforgettable experience, along with I overused the word amazing because of Japanese sugoi. But as my first non-Japanese Holo concert, I'm so wowed by both this and the zeal Kaigai Nikki have. Narissa's solo, Carbonated Love, everything was just so wonderful. It was the best HoloLive. Thank you. Crony reacting with had a lot of fun being with a wonderful crowd and these talented girls. I feel like the energy I felt from here will linger in my head. Heikos Bell with Broken. I have many feelings and many thoughts. These 2 nights have been insane. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. This idle rat ain't ever stopping. In fact, it's only just begun. Faye later saying, time to go home. Showing off this letter, reading, Dear New York, thank you for the amazing 2-day show. We all felt the love. I hope we can see each other again soon. Shiori Novella saying, everyone gave it their all, and it was a joy to witness everyone's hard work. Life is too short to live in a boring manner. Amelia Watson with, the concert was so amazing. I'm so happy we got to do this together in New York City. Knock knock. Ame Bimu. Ame superfan Pio. Here with her artwork of #1 cutest idol time traveling detective. Adding, I want to stop thinking my brain and fill my head with Amelia Chan Mogu Mogu. This artwork showing up on the digital board for the event. Pio adding, I was going to keep it a secret, but people already realized it was my art, so I decided to tweet it. Her singing and dancing was really cute. It made me love her even more. Mori Calliope would say, every day of my life is dream after dream coming true. true. Thanks to Hololive, my friends, and you. Fool Moko here with Ruffians. Are you sure this all hasn't just been a crazy dream or some sort of strange delusion? We really don't know anymore, but we feel like we're floating with love. We're so thankful we'll never forget these past 2 days. Bow bow. They also adding, God, I love these women. And Inagami Korone being a part of this production and tweeting out in English, I love guys. Well, also a part of this and tweeting was Suisei on day 2, saying everyone at EN fawned over me. Saying of Callie, thank you for hosting such a fun party. Thanks to you all, I had a great time in America. Adding, it was fun talking to Kiara for the first time in a while. Kiara responding, thank you for your hard work, Suisei Senpai. You were a god at high tide. I was happy to meet you and I want to hang out with you again. Kiara also saying, I wish we could do 2 EN lives per year. Man, this was so much fun. There's Fest too, but having our own EN concert is certainly something special in its very own way. It feels like our thing. I'm so proud of us at EN. Wholesome mood. That, of course, bringing about the question, what will Hololive English do for next year's concert? Will they return to Los Angeles, New York City, try out new cities like Houston, Atlanta, possibly Canada, run it for 2 nights again, or at a bigger venue? We'd love to hear below where you'd like to see the concert. This is very lastly, one concert goer had received a load of attention, that being a young girl in the crowd dressed in a Gura hoodie and receiving artwork such as this one from Adaran, this work from Green Tea, and this piece from Keen Biscuit. Gura later on stream confirming she had seen the girl in the crowd and that it hit her in the Kokoro. As that is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
As in her last weeks, she redo and the cover of AnimeNYC with the video redo, giving longtime fans a familiar scene from Kirio Koko's graduate redo. With Hololive updating the bio in her profile to say legendary idol gamer maid belonging to idol live holo redo. I really respect Aqua for redo.